Hello, I'm Troy W. Eckard. I'm chairman of the board of Eckard Enterprises. What I would like to talk to you about today is pretty simple, a track record. You know, for the last 40 years, I've been working in the oil and gas industry. And as a young man in my 20s, talking to wealthy investors, I was always asked, Troy, can you show me your track record of what your oil and gas company that you represent, how they've done? What's their batting average? How many wells have they had? How many successes? How many failures? And at the beginning, I understood what they were asking for. They wanted to know, are you representing a company that's successful? Are you representing a company that can demonstrate more often than not they win than versus they lose? That went along pretty well until I walked into a major oil company's office in about 1993, and we're looking at this major prospect, a big deep well. We were going to own half, they were going to own half. And after we were done, they had 2 or 3 geophysicists and geologists. We had our guys, huge screens on the wall. I said, can I ask you guys a question? What's your track record on drilling these types of wells? Now, they were polite. They didn't try to put me in my place, but they were successful in accomplishing that goal. They said, Troy, every well stands on its own. This well today, that well tomorrow stands on its own. We don't know which well is the great well, because if we did, we'd buy it all ourselves. What we believe is the accumulation of intellectual talent, geologists, geophysicists, engineers, all those intellectual assets combined, every day perfect their skills and give us the best opportunity for the next well to be as good as it can get. Not only the selection, but it also has to do with exactly what we want to see in terms of results and financial performance. Well, fast forward to today. Today's 2025. I'm chairman of the board of Eckard Enterprises, and we've developed a very strong track record. Our track record demonstrates we've successfully closed on about $1 billion worth of assets in the last 5 years. We own 80 or 90,000 acres of mineral rights. We have over 7,700 producing wells we manage every single month. We have one of the second largest pipelines in the Gulf of Mexico. We have all kinds of working interest, meaning drilling of wells. We have our own rig running in Oklahoma. And the track record is not per se a well-by-well financial result. It's a track record of experience and expertise. Now, as an investor who may or may not be interested in the oil and gas industry, one of the things you should be asking yourself is the individual company that's inviting me or promoting me or soliciting me, do they have a track record? How long have they been in business? How long have they been in the oil and gas sector? What part of the oil and gas sector have they been in? Have they ever owned an oil company, or are they simply a salesman promoting a deal? Now, this is not to discredit anybody else in the business. This is simply to say a track record was important in 1985 and a track record is important in 2025. And the reason it's important is I don't want to go and invest with somebody who cannot demonstrate a successful business, a successful deployment of capital, a successful business model that works, a successful financial model that can perform and the results are clear, they know what they're doing. I want an integrated company that the success and the track record they have is one that gives me the greatest opportunity and assurance that I have a chance of success if I decide to become their partner or investor. See, tables and columns with numbers and dollars, that's fantastic. That's even better proof. But if you don't start with the fundamentals of a track record, which is who they are, how long they've done it, what kind of expertise they have, then you can't really rely on the numbers, because if this is not true on this side and not divulged on this side, you may not even trust the numbers that are in front of you. Look, I've been doing this since 1985. I've got some very sophisticated partners. I've got engineers, geologists, oil company experts and attorneys and farmers and ranchers and tech gurus. You name an occupation, they're a partner of mine. And what I've enjoyed the most is by working with and recruiting the most sophisticated investors. They've had the opportunity to ask me the toughest questions that I must demonstrate I'm knowledgeable about and provide them the answers they want to see. And the fact is, by doing that for 40 years, it's made me, Troy W. Eckard and Eckard Enterprises, a company that stands hard on our track record of 4 decades of being in the oil and gas business and being successful at what we do. I hope as you investigate our company and go to our website, accardenterprises.com, you too will find we have the strongest track record of anybody in the business, both financially and as far as a career, a background, and a company that's been in existence for almost 40 years. I'm Troy W. Eckard with Eckard Enterprises, chairman of the board. Thank you for listening.